All right, welcome to Align Trading. Hopefully, everyone is having a good weekend. But going over Friday's SPY recap before taking a look at what to be watching Monday and into next week. So, taking a look here at Friday first in the pre market brief for Discord members, I explained you had to be watching for the blue and yellow controlled selling that we still have right here, as you can see with this flag. And if we were going to break out, be paying attention to this inverse head and shoulder right here. You see how we form this cup right here at those previous highs. And then from here, you'll see on the 1 minute chart, there is a small handle and we start getting that move to 580. Now, if you were looking to short this on Friday, I explained that we would have to see this handle for this inverse cup forming right here within this green algorithm. And you see that we never formed it right here to give us that downside move and grab this liquidity on the way down for maybe an inverse cup. So now with this purple buying continuation right here, we can also see we are starting to form another controlled selling algorithm with this blue and yellow. You see that breakout right here at the end of the day. And once again, we're within that blue and yellow controlled selling. So we'll talk more about this later. But if we continue from here, this is what we'll want to see with that purple buying algorithm once again. Otherwise, we will talk about how this can be setting up right here. So now here on the 1 minute chart, going over the microstructure and algorithms here in the morning, you can see how we are within this white algorithm right here. Now we're initially within that green, we start to taper, but we never form a head and shoulder to head down right here. And you can see how we remain within this pink algorithm right here. However, if we are going to head down, you would need to see this starting to form, which we did not. And I explained that you had to be paying attention to us grinding higher in that purple algorithm on the 30-minute chart and breaking out of the blue and yellow. So, right, you can see how we're breaking out of this blue and yellow right here. And then on the 1 minute chart, we even get this handle that I talk about right here to start giving that move up within that blue and yellow controlled selling. So with that continuation that we get right here with that green algorithm, as well as being in this white, I explained to be looking for 580 as a target to make sure you are protected if you have the rest of your runners. And I was a one and done trade, just took this on the way up and called it a day. Now, at this point, I explained that if we are going to continue higher, you will want to see that blue and yellow controlled selling forming that inverse head and shoulder. Otherwise, you can look for us to head down with a head and shoulder. And if we do revisit this 578 area, pay attention to that. So you see we're forming this flag with this blue and yellow controlled selling right here. However, we cannot form this inverse head and shoulder to get that continuation right. This cup does not close. We do not see this handle form that inverse head and shoulder. And we also do not form the handle to head down quite yet for this inverse cup that you can see that closes right here. You could have taken this as a small short right there. You can see that inverse cup and handle, but not much. And then you see this larger handle right there for that inverse cup. We do not form and start grabbing this liquidity on the way down right here, right? Breaking out of this pink algorithm. Now, right here, I explained that we're starting to form this wedge right here. You can also see it on the 30-minute chart, right? Starting to form right there. And we initially get that move down out of it right here. You can see with this head and shoulder that starts to form right here, breaking out of that pink algorithm. Now, move is short-lived. As you can see, we do not continue closing this inverse cup down and forming that handle, and we are still within the blue and yellow controlled selling right here. So you see how this is forming right here with the blue and yellow controlled selling on the way down, and we start to form this inverse head and shoulder back up, grabbing this liquidity and forming this larger cup. You see how that handle's forming within this blue and yellow as well. Now with this right here as well, as I'm explaining on the 30-minute chart with that blue and yellow controlled selling, see how that's forming right here and that inverse head and shoulder, as well as that cup and handle for that continuation. Now, if you were looking to short this and you say you were in that short right here that starts to form, you have to see this orange selling continuation continue like I explained, and something like this starting to form. Otherwise, that blue and yellow controlled selling. Same thing here as I'm explaining, right, with the inverse head and shoulder. Be looking for this to form right here, and you'll want to see that, and that's exactly what we did. Otherwise, if you're looking to short this, you have to see this starting to form right here, a double top or something like that. Otherwise, right, be looking for that continuation. Even see the purple buying algorithm start again here as well. So with this final move at the end of the day, right, as I explained with this inverse head and shoulder, be looking for that continuation right here. Could have caught that move right there. Otherwise, if you were looking to short this, I explained you needed to see us breaking out of this pink, and we did right here. Could have even taken this short breaking out of pink, but would have had to protect. As you can see, we do not continue closing this cup right here and grabbing this liquidity on the way down. Now going over what to be watching on Monday before we take a look at the longer term view as well. So as I'm explaining with this blue and yellow controlled selling right here, if we start to form another inverse head shoulder and we want to continue, be looking for that right purple buying algorithm. Otherwise, you see how we could start to be forming this head and shoulder right here. Same thing if we start to continue higher, then we form that right here. Be paying attention to that on the way down, and we could be forming this larger one as well. You see this 5-day moving average is here as well. So if we form an inverse cup down to it, be paying attention for that handle right here. And to see more downside, we still have all of this liquidity right here. So now here on the daily chart, you can see that we are back at this upper Bollinger Band, right? So that is our upper target, right? We reached the upper Bollinger Band. Now we want to see this 5-day continuing up with this upper Bollinger. If this does continue, retesting the 5-day on the way up as well. Otherwise, if this is our target and we do start heading down from here, pay attention for us to lose that 5-day moving average, as well as this 20 start to base and the 5-day as well. You can see right when this 5-day starts to base, after we reach this upper Bollinger, these do not continue. We do get this move down right here, so pay attention. Now, if we retest the 5-day or the 20 and form support, right, the rally can continue. Same thing right here. If there's a deeper pullback, you can see this continue. Otherwise, we are going to look for this to start to head down in the case that the 5 crosses below the 20 and we lose the moving averages, and then you will look for that bottom Bollinger retest. So with that being said, right, if we're above the 5-day moving average and the 20 like this, we are in bullish conditions. So if you've been trying to short this the last couple of days, there is no reason to. The last day you wanted to be shorting was right here, because you can see how we're actually below that 5-day. We retested this 20 as well, which was below, and did not lose it. So there was no more shorting after we did not lose that 20-day and continue closing this inverse cup. So right here, when we do lose that 5-day, that is when I will be looking for more aggressive shorts. Right now, we are looking more for the pullbacks, right? Seeing that continuation. You can see a nice few days of green right there. So another thing, right, in addition to looking to short this, if we do start forming this right here, absolutely pay attention to the 5 and 20-day moving averages. If we do start heading down, 5 will cross below that 20, and you can look for a larger head and shoulder to be setting up. Maybe we start to form an inverse cup. Whatever the case may be, you can see we have tons of liquidity right here. In the case that we form something larger like that and do have some sort of breakdown. But as of now, do not fight the blue and yellow controlled selling, right? So people that are trying to fight this right here, there is no reason. You do not have enough confirmation yet to see this heading down. Same thing right here. If this does not form, you do not need to be shorting this yet, and instead let that blue and yellow continue to work and look to catch these moves up within that purple buying algorithm. But that is all for this video, so thank you everyone for watching, and I will see members in the morning.